Welcome to Have Movies Will Game, the only podcast on the globe where we take you, our friendly listener, through the best and worst movies of yesterday and today, and then discuss ways that you can play them at your gaming table. But the fun doesn't stop there, no siree. Every few episodes, our intrepid hosts Matthew, Dusty, and Nathaniel will ask you, the listener, to vote on which movie they will play as an RPG, recorded in video and in glorious black and white, and brought to you through the electronic wonder of the internet. Now, let's start the show!
Hello, and thanks for hitting play.
Yes.
What you are listening to right now is sort of a prototype episode. We're kind of filling some space here. We want to get our feed ready to go. So, congratulations. You're listening to episode 0.
I like that. This is the episode, the father of all episodes.
We want to take a moment and tell you what it is that we're doing before we kind of jump into it. It's kind of a new concept. We're just going to kind of roll with it here. So, we got started. This whole podcast, I think, took maybe 11 days to get started. That's
from birth to actual first time recording. Yes.
Was it all? It felt faster than 11 days.
Well,
excuse me.
It was
less
instantaneous.
For you, but from the inception of Nathaniel.
Oh, you guys sitting down?
Yeah, because we went out. We went out for tacos and drinks, and Nathaniel initially had reached out to me to want to talk to me about voice narration on the book that I wrote.
I'm sorry, this is very important. What kind of tacos? Were they carnitas?
Well,
honestly, the tacos weren't that good.
No, they really
weren't. Oh, that's a sad story.
Yeah, the drinks were great. The tacos...
It's across the street from my house.
Yeah, it's
my fallback when I want to go and have a chat with an interesting fellow such as Dusty.
Why, thank you. So we were talking about my book, and he said, I want to maybe voice narrate it. So we got to talking about that, and then we were talking about podcasts, because I want to do a podcast, he wanted to do a podcast, but neither one of us wanted to do a podcast of just one person.
But then the twain joined forces.
It's like digital masturbation almost. So
yeah.
We started...
Incidentally, to all the single podcasters out there.
Sorry.
If you shake the mic more than twice, you're playing with it.
That's what we are all about, is playing with the mics.
Exactly. So it just evolved from that. He said, you had an idea for movies, he had an idea for gaming, and I think 4 or 5 hours went by, and then we called it a night.
That's the longest conversation I've had with somebody since high school.
I'm honored. Thank you.
Probably the shortest conversation that I've had with someone since high school was when I called Matthew to bring him in 4 days later.
Which was true, because we had met again to talk about, hey, should we do a third person, maybe the format, what kind of gear do we need, just all those questions. And Nathaniel said, hey, wait, you could literally see the light bulb go off above his head. He said, hey, I know a guy that has a setup. Maybe he'd be interested in at least letting us use it.
Yeah.
So I went to go get this sandwich that I had ordered, and he immediately called you.
I think by the time you came back with the sandwich, I had called you, and you'd been like, yes.
Yeah, it was a
met
done
at your
deal.
workplace and talked about it, and 4 days after that,
we recorded
test episode, special lost episode, which may or may not actually be lost.
It will.
Stay tuned.
We're going to give you that one of these days.
It's not
we'll talk him into it.
We know where it's at. It's just whether or not we want to put it out there.
We'll put it out there. I'm very sneaky.
One of the things that kind of binds us all together is that we have a love for movies and games.
Yeah, very
different
Yoda-like.
levels. Dusty's definitely more of a movie guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a gaming guy. And kind of, Matthew, you're like right in the middle.
I'm all of the above, yeah.
You're our ace in the hole of balance.
I'm the delicious center of the Oreo.
Are you the creamy center?
Yes, I am also filled with artificial sweeteners and will kill you.
But we frequently will find many bits of trivia. We harken back to a day before Wikipedia existed.
Yes.
When you could go to a party and just start talking about a movie. And you could come up with some kind of thing that you heard from a person who heard it from their cousin who was in some way related to this guy who was in this movie one time. And it was a juicy bit of information. Mm-hmm. Well, Dusty's really good at getting that kind of stuff.
That's true. You do mine the best nuggets.
Yes, I mine the best. So on weekly, I have a weekly trivia set that I go to. And the last round of that trivia night is a multimedia round, which is all movies.
I bet you rock it.
Yeah, my team that I'm on, originally, the original team members initially brought me on because of the movie knowledge that I have. They're like, you're our anchor. You're going to help us win. Please just, you don't have to say anything else or answer anything. Just do the movies.
Right. Nathaniel here is an actual game designer, a published game designer.
Yes.
So he's strong in that aspect. Dusty's strong in that aspect. And I just kind of work in both worlds. And this is a fantastic concept, and I'm just really excited to be doing this.
We want to do our best to help you, our listeners, do things that we as gamers have thought about many times, which is, that's a really cool concept in that movie. How can I play that on a tabletop?
Yeah, how do I play that world?
We want to give you ideas on ways to do that. In fact, we could even suggest some games that can perfectly fit those movies that you love so much.
And we have. We have several episodes already in the can, and I can't wait till we can start releasing them.
Yeah, I really want to share them with everybody because I think we have a really good thing going on.
We have a really good thing going on, and I think it's worth noting that these episodes, well, we like talking. This has already gone on longer than I thought this initial thing was planned for.
That's kind of our MO.
Yes.
That's our MO, and that extends to our episodes. They will be exactly as long as we think that they should be, because we just kind of go with the flow. There might be some cut content. There could be some bonus things that we release later, but for the most part, just listen along. Have fun. Don't pay attention to the time.
Indeed, and I will say this before we end this special Zero episode. I cannot wait till 2 weeks from now when we start releasing these, and you all can start watching them because we have some good stuff coming down the pipe for you.
Wait, did you just say watching?
Oh yes, I said watching because.
Ooh.
Spoiler. Because what we're doing is we're doing a series of 4 audio podcasts, and we will release one each week. Now, on the end of that, after you've watched all of them, you get to vote for which one you'd like to watch us play with special guests here in this lovely studio as a tabletop role-playing game.
And then one other thing that I would like to mention is that as much as I wanted to with my initial podcast of movie doing was going to be all new movies, more or less, and trickling with some older movies, this is going to be mostly, like, if you're coming for, hey, they're doing a new movie that's out this week, it's probably not going to happen that way.
If it's good, we'll get it.
If it's
or
good,
if it's
good.
Exceptionally bad, we'll get it too.
But there are a lot of older movies that are peppered throughout this whole thing.
We can work on timing.
Yes.
We could try and strategically arrange some things in the future, but for now, yes, we're going to be a few weeks out.
All right, stay tuned, guys. There's good stuff coming.